Was Muskrat shelter. Yeah, that's about it. Muskrat shelter. It's got water right there. In the privy, right there. It's the morning of the 14th, and today has got to be a better day than yesterday was. I'm going 12 miles to Carter Gap Shelter, passing the Standing Indian Shelter at like the 5-point-something mile mark. We're skipping that one and going to the second one. Range after range after range. And I probably get to walk over every single one of them. Climbing out a deep gap. This is also another area that kind of got a little burned. And walked up to this little thing. This used to be just a log, but they built a little bridge over there. There's a tree up there. Well, a trickling waterfall, I guess, maybe. Shelter, standing Indian, and I'm just stopping for some lunch. Yeah. 20 minutes after 12. Just got finished with my lunch and short break at Standing Indian Shelter. The rest of today, right now I'm on a 3-mile up. It's 3 miles long and it just goes up. Let's hope it stays like this, because this I can cruise on. But after this 3-mile up section, then there's basically a 5-mile down stretch. And then just a little up, and over that little up into the Carter Gap Shelter. The wind kind of picked up a little bit while I was there, so I have my rain jacket on the outside of my pack, and I got a little cool when I stopped for that minute. So let's hope I can get warmed back up going up this 3-mile up. Okay. This would be one of those bad places to sneeze. I mean, you sneeze and you go down that way, or sneeze and you go down that way. But it's a good thing I don't have to sneeze right now. Okay, so that 3-mile up, Standing Indian Shelter, Standing Indian Mountain, not that bad. I took the little side trail to come up to the summit to show y'all this view. Whew. That little side trail was the worst part, but worth it. Look at this. Beautiful. All right, 5 miles or so, probably a little less, and I'll be in the shelter. Okay, so coming down from Standing Indian Mountain, this is pretty nice. I mean, if this is the majority of it till getting into camp, I'm going to get there pretty soon because I'm able to keep up a good moving here. There's a couple spots back behind me that I actually had to use my trekking poles to get down from the big rocks, giant stone steps. But other than that, it's just this. Seems to be we're walking along a ridge for the most part of it. Ooh, that stick moved. All right. And let me ask y'all something. Did y'all ever hear about the Mexican magician? Yeah, it was this magician, right? And he was Mexican. And he had his best little trick was a disappearing act. So he got everybody together and says, "I'm going to disappear on the count of 3. And he goes, 1, 2, and poof! He disappeared without a trace. Step. Okay. Take some more pictures if I come across another real nice view. Moved off the ridge. Now we're pretty much hiking down the side of a mountain. I don't know if it's gonna switch back 10-12 times like it did coming up this Standing Indian. Just look out there. In fact, right there ahead of me, across the way, I see a mountain peak with a tower coming out the top. That might be Albert. Pretty much the 100-mile mark. I might be wrong, but I know Albert has a little tower right on the top of it. Little tower, big tower. It has a tower up there. There's water. If it's hot, it's probably a really awesome place to be right now. But it's not hot. February 14th. Nope. All right. So, can I make it through without getting wet? Let's find out. gotta go that way. Woo! That rock moved. It's still moving. Okay. I didn't get wet. Hit and treat my trigger pole. But yes, nice little spot. North Carolina. Now, you're making Georgia look better than you. Okay? Spent 13 days hiking through Georgia, and there was only 2 trees across the trail. And they were large trees. In fact, you kind of would want to stop there for a minute, sit on them. But since I've been in North Carolina, this is only my 2nd day in North Carolina, we have come across, heck, I mean, it's going past 10. I've lost count of number of trees that are falling across the trail. And some of them, you know, you just hop over them. But ones like that, you can't get through them. You gotta go off the trail. I know y'all don't want us to do that. So, I do not know y'all's volunteer system. Like, you know, y'all come out once a month, every other month. But, y'all might need to come out here real soon, because these trees are all up on the trail. All right. Woo. Okay, that's Timber Ridge Trail that way. So that means there's 0.5 miles to the shelter. 0.5 miles, 1/2 mile. And it's 5 o'clock. Oh, today's been a long day. We get to the shelter. I'm gonna set my tent up tonight, because people in there snoring, even with earplugs, when they're snoring like right here, like you still feel it in your head. So yeah, tonight's a tent and a 1/2 mile.